Hello again, welcome back to Hangar 51. Just doing a little camera test from last night's horrible show. So, who's coming in the room right now? Somebody's here. Rich, is that you? And I got a like already, and he hasn't even told me who he is. Thank you for the like, appreciate that. You don't even have to show me who you are. I appreciate the like. So let's switch this over to front cam here. There we go. Let's see how bad the lag is today. Oh, Jesus. I'm telling you. It's YouTube. Been doing some testing this morning. Everything works fine until I go on YouTube. That's when it all goes to hell. Yep. Wow. Yep. That just pounds the crap out of my computer's resources. I don't know what YouTube's doing to me but that just I went from CPU usage was like 39 to 42% to 98% just by going on YouTube. That's just nuts. Yep. And it says OBS went from 32% to 87% usage on the CPU. Just because I went live on YouTube. So why does that change? I have no idea. So my Ethernet cable was unplugged last night. It was plugged in, but I didn't have any Ethernet. It says no cable connected. All I did was unplug it out of the computer, plug it back in, and the Ethernet came back live. I did that this morning. So we weren't on Ethernet last night. We were on Wi-Fi for some reason. I have no idea why. So that was part of the problem. But yeah, YouTube, whatever they've done to YouTube has completely screwed my computer. I can't run crap now. And it won't even let me bring back. There's two people in the chat that I can't see at the moment because my computer is stalled in the... So hang on a minute. I'll be right back. Oh my God. Can you guys... Well, I don't bother because I can't read your answer. So just give it a second. It's going to catch up here in a second. It's... Oh my God. This is horrible. I don't know what YouTube's done, but they have completely screwed me. I don't have enough power to run this show on YouTube. William! What's up? It's definitely YouTube. I've confirmed that. Whatever's going on, it's definitely YouTube. Whatever they've changed, they've completely screwed me. I can't see shit. I can't do shit. It's just pounding the hell out of my computer resources. I haven't got near enough power to run all this. The only thing I could think of is it might help if I deactivate the cameras. But other than that, I'm just totally screwed. So am I on the screen, William? Am I, are you looking at my homepage or are you looking at me? Picture quality good? Super laggy. Oh my god, this is horrible. Bad hair day. So, yeah, this is, everything works beautiful until I go live. I can have YouTube open, I can be watching YouTube videos, everything's fine. You know, the cameras are all working, everything's working. As soon as I go live, it just screws everything up completely. My resources go right through the roof. I don't have a powerful enough computer now to do this. So let me try something here. Hey! Bravo! What's happening? So let's see what happens if I kill these other cameras. Here, I'll give you one last shot of this just for fun. Oh, come on. He's animated. Hang on a minute. Come on. Wake up. There we go.
Take all you want. It is for you. Not that
much. Okay, so we're going to shut that camera off now and see if that helps. So let's do that. Let's go back to here. We'll go back to me. Then we'll go here. And we're going to deactivate this camera for now. Wow, look at all the people in the room. Look at this. Randy, what's up? Yeah, I'm alive. It's, so it's definitely YouTube's the problem, guys. These changes that YouTube's made is, you know, they're using the analogy is, well, they just have to buy better computers. You know, you got to upgrade to better computers. Oh, thank you so much. All right, we're going to do a little lag test here. When you see the number, type it back. Yeah, and now we're getting the error message. Not enough video to maintain smooth stream. Oh, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. E, what's up? No, all I got, it's motion detection. All I got to do is put a piece of paper in front of his face with a string, you know, and that'll activate him. So that's easy. Just have to wait and see. Yeah, I've got 38, so it's running about a minute behind again. I've got poor stream quality again. That's weird. I don't have any packets dropped today. 1437. Yeah, 1437. Yeah. That was good. 38. That was funny. Um, Type it back when you see it, guys. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's about 30 seconds. Okay, so that's not too bad. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so, alright. Boy, this sucks. I can't believe YouTube's screwed this up this bad. This is horrible. Alright, let me try one more thing. I'm going to put... yeah, let's not go quite that one. Let's try that. Okay. So we're going to leave that up, and we're going to turn this new camera off. Oops. Just into there. Let's deactivate this. Okay, so now we got Raptor Cam up. Let's see if that helps the lag. Type it back, guys. Yeah, still about 30 seconds. Yeah, this is... So, where are you guys in the show last night? Randy, you were, right? I don't think Bravo, I don't think you were in the show last night, were you? William? Were you guys in the show last night? So it's not buffering? Yeah. So what happened? I have no idea what happened. This is the stupidest thing. The Ethernet cable, it said it was unplugged. It's clearly plugged into the laptop, but it says it was unplugged last night. When I brought it up today. Oh, you were here but quiet. Okay, see, but you saw the buffering and everything. So I was on Wi-Fi last night. So that explains a lot of the delay and everything. So it says it's not plugged in, and I'm like, well, what the hell? So I reach up there, and I physically unplug. It was locked in. I checked it. It was tight, loose. It was locked in there. I unplugged the Ethernet cable. I plugged the Ethernet cable back in, and bam. It automatically switches to Ethernet. We're live on Ethernet. You know, the Ethernet's working. Now, what the hell happened that caused that to not work? I have no idea. None. So that was part of the problem. The other part of the problem was OBS was dropping packets last. It hasn't dropped one packet today. We're 100%. Even though YouTube says they're not getting enough data to maintain a smooth stream. I'm not dropping any packets. We're solid green, 0% dropped, but YouTube still says they're not receiving enough information for a smooth stream. So now, Keith, we're still working on it. I don't know what's going on. You know, I was just saying that last night when it was all screwed up, today when I booted it all up, and I've been playing with the camera settings and everything, trying to get everything working smooth, and it said the Ethernet cable was unplugged. I was on Wi-Fi. So I'm like, so last night's show was on Wi-Fi. It said the Ethernet cable was not plugged in, but it clearly was plugged in. I mean, I went up there, I grabbed a hold of it, it was locked in, you know, the little lock, everything, but it says it's not plugged in. So I thought, okay, well, maybe a rat ate through my cable, but let's just unplug it. So I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and boom, it went, you know, Ethernet cable plugged in. So I have no idea why it did that. But so now we're on the Ethernet because it's telling me in my settings here. Let me look and make sure. I think it still says. Yeah, so it says we're plugged in now. Before it said we were on Wi-Fi, but now we're plugged in. So that's good. But it's still hammering my resources. OBS has taken up 69% resources, and my CPU's running at 97%. It was at 30% until I went live. I had YouTube open, I was watching a video on YouTube, everything else, and everything was fine. And then when I went live, the CPU usage went through the frickin' roof, and so it's. I guess it's not lagging right now. So let me go back to the new camera. How's that picture look, by the way, from Raftercam? Is this fuzzy looking to you guys? I mean, nice and clear? What's it look like? I'm just curious. Really? Going through a VPN would help? Wow, I would have thought that would have slowed me down even more. It's one more, you know, piece of the puzzle you gotta deal with. I would have sworn a VPN would have screwed it up. Right, so that's what I'm worried about, Keith. There's nothing I can do. If I'm live, it shoots up to 98%. There's nothing I can do about it. Got a RAM leak somewhere? Well, it didn't do it until I went live. When I went live to YouTube is when it hammered it. I was fine before that. It was like 32% usage. As soon as I hit the live button, it shot to 98%. It's a little fuzzy, but better. Okay. Alright, so let me do this. Let's try something here and see how this is. Oops. Oops. Damn it, I did it again. Alright, so we'll put that up. We'll take this video down. Okay, so how's that picture quality? Yeah, Joseph, I understand that, but you know, all usually that kind of happens when the connections haven't been made. You make a new plug-in, you might have to plug it in and out several times. I've got a USB cable that I have to do that with, but you know, an Ethernet cable that's been plugged in the whole time. Yeah, that's weird. But I get what you're saying, cleaning the contacts. So that's what happens. But yeah, so we're still at 98%. But this is the new camera on. That's the only camera it's on. I turned the other cameras off. So it seems like it flows better. And YouTube's definitely happier right now, even though I'm at 98% on the CPU. Alright, so let's do the type test one more time. Let's see where we're at now. Oh yeah, this is just hammering my computer. Jesus. Okay, that was about 15 seconds. So that wasn't too bad. So, picture quality is good now. Definitely the problem's YouTube for sure. I'm sure last night there was a lot more activity on YouTube than there is right now. So all that extra activity last night when I was trying to stream, plus the fact that it's hammering my CPU, is why the stream was so bad last night. So there's a good chance. I don't know what the specs are on my laptop, to be honest. I have no idea. It's old. It's not real old, but hell, if it's 6 months old, it's old. All right. This laptop is probably, I want to say maybe like 7 years old, maybe. It's running 8.1. I haven't upgraded it to 10. I figured that'd just make it worse. If it doesn't have enough smoke to run 8.1, it's sure as hell not going to run 10. Yeah. And so right now, like I said, I'm still at. I had to turn the other two cameras off, so they're not on. I'm still running at 98% CPU. OBS is at 71%. Before I went live, OBS was at like 30% usage of the CPU. And the total usage was like 32, 34, somewhere around there. As soon as I went live, OBS went to 70% and the total is at 98% CPU usage. So, you know, whatever's going on, it's definitely YouTube. All the new settings, I tried to go in there and change the latency and all that. I don't have access to that. Hey, what's up, Ray? I don't have access to any of that crap anymore. I don't have a start button. It starts on its own. I can stop it, but I can't start it. It starts when I go live. When I hit the Go Stream Live, it automatically goes live. You know, everything that YouTube did has completely screwed it for me. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to have to do. It's yeah, I know. It's definitely not. My laptop ain't gonna like it. I get it. You know. guess I can, well, I don't think the vent's on the side. Funny thing is I don't hear the cooling fan hammering. I mean, it's, you know, the cooling fan's running at a normal speed because I can't hear it. You know, it hasn't ramped up or anything. We're not dropping any packets. You know, last night we were dropping packets constantly. Yeah, right now it's solid green. I haven't dropped a single packet. We're at 0% frames dropped. So yeah, it's you know, with only one camera running, and I had to turn I turned it down to 720. It was 1080p, and I've turned it down to 720. Actually, I think I went lower than that. I think I'm at 480. Hang on a minute, let me look. Yeah, I'm at 480. So how clear's the picture, guys? Oh, no, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. Hang on. New camera. No, I'm at 720. Okay. So, yeah, we're running at 720. So the picture quality is really good, right? Because I can tell, because of the, I can tell that the camera is trying to pick up every little morsel, because on the edges I get little flickeries. So the video should be really good. Have any of you guys tried other streaming software besides OBS? Joseph. Hey, your son was in the room last night. Thanks, Ray. Okay, so the picture quality's good. It's just lagging. You guys aren't getting any buffering right now. Everything looks good. Doesn't look like a Godzilla movie. Everything's working right. Yeah, he was, because he wondered why. It was really funny because he said he'd never been here before, but he had a wrench. So he said, my dad must have used my account once to go online. Because you must have jumped in the room and I gave you a wrench way back when. And I said, I don't know, who's your dad? And he said, Joseph. And I said, oh. So anyway, so he was here for a little while last night. And he says, oh, so this is the show my dad's been talking about. So I'm dead on with the voice. Okay, good. So that's not lagging. All right. So, yeah. So, like I was saying, I'm sure there was a lot more activity online last night. And this is absolutely YouTube. All the changes that they've made to YouTube is what's screwing this up. Because my CPU usage was like 40% before I went live. As soon as I hit the live button, I had YouTube open. I was watching a video on YouTube. Everything was fine. As soon as I went live, the CPU usage went to 98%. So I don't know what the hell they changed. I know they changed a bunch of crap. But whatever they changed has really hammered my system. I mean, really hammered it. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to play with my other cameras or any of that. At least not leave them on. I could probably put them on for a second and then take them back off. No, wait. No, wait. And it's gone. No, wait. So, what are you saying? Right, what are you telling me? He's a good he's a good kid, not like little Nate. That's funny. The stream kicked you off? Seriously? See, that's what I'm talking about. You know, whatever YouTube's done, they've completely screwed me. This is, Hey! And there he is! Speak of the devil, Joseph! They were just talking about you. Yeah, Keith, I already thought of that. It's not it. It's YouTube. I'll tell you, here's how I know. Alright, I'm going to go back to the old camera. And I'll show you. Alright, so here's... Let me switch that camera back on. And this is and this camera I have set at 480. Okay. 640 by 480. Now we're going to transition to the old camera. So that's the original camera I've been using all the time for a year now. This is the laptop camera. The laptop is up in the rafters now. So that's my new rafter cam. And we're going to turn the new camera off. So deactivate that camera. Okay. So picture's not as good because it's a crappier camera. The CPU is still at 98%. We'll give it a few minutes and see if it doesn't come down. But I've already tested this, Keith, and even with this camera running, it's still at 98%. So the new camera isn't the culprit. It's YouTube. You know, whatever YouTube's done, changed everything again and again and again. The last 3 weeks in a row, every week has been different. And whatever they've done now has really screwed me. So... but yeah, so the it momentarily went down to 92% and went right back up to 98%. So it's fluctuating. So yeah, the better camera is giving just a little bit, you know, maybe 2%, 3% on average more CPU usage. But the big culprit is YouTube. So yeah, this camera's definitely a little better. But only by a couple percent. That's not a big deal. And if I lowered the other camera down to 480 instead of 720, it'd probably be the same. So yeah, whatever YouTube's doing, they're really screwing this up. I mean, it's horrible. So all my new add-on stuff, Jeff, you know, my Jeff cam and the Raptor cam and I can't use any of it. It's all, you know. Okay, Ray. So, hey, Ben, what's up? Yeah. So I was just saying, I'll update you again. Uh, so a couple of things last night. For one, my Ethernet connection wasn't made for some reason. Um, I went online to check my Ethernet when I booted it up today. I've been out here for 2 hours farting around with this thing, and it said I was on Wi-Fi. I'm like, why the hell am I on Wi-Fi? So I turned the Wi-Fi off, and then I had nothing. And so I grabbed the cable, and the cable's locked into the laptop. You know, it's plugged in. So then I'm thinking, oh Christ, did a rat eat through my cable? So I had, it was locked. And so it was locked in place. I pressed the relief button thingy and pulled the Ethernet cable out of the laptop and put it back in, and it immediately went back to Ethernet, was active again. So I had to unplug it and plug it back in. I have no idea why I had to do that. Never had to do that before, but so I got the Ethernet back. So now we're back on Ethernet. Last night we were on Wi-Fi. So yeah, that was definitely part of the problem. But what's the real problem is my resources. So when I've got all three cameras running, I've got YouTube up, I'm playing a video on YouTube, and my CPU usage is like 40%, 38, 40%. As soon as I go live, it jumps up to 98%, the CPU usage. It is hammering my resources. Whatever they've done to YouTube, they've screwed it all up for me. You know, my computer doesn't have enough smoke at all now to run my stream reliably, because I guarantee you there were a whole lot more people on YouTube last night than there are right now. Okay, so so it's working much better right now because it's just not being hammered right now. But I guarantee you, if I go live like tonight, if I would go live tonight, and I may test that, I may go live before Dave's show, just for a few minutes, just to test a theory. But yeah, I'm sure the reason it's streaming good right now is because I've shut everything. I've got the camera turned down. This is only at 480. I've got the other two cameras turned off. The Ethernet cable's plugged back in. So I'm running the system right now at its max performance. And it's working. I'm not dropping any packets. Last night, OSB was OBS was dropping packets like crazy last night. And that's why all night long I had a yellow banner that not receiving enough stream to be reliable. Well, I'm getting that anyway right now. You know, but I'm not dropping it. I haven't dropped one packet. It's 0% loss. Green light, everything's perfect. And I'm still getting a banner every once in a while that says YouTube's not receiving enough data for smooth streaming. So far, other than Ray said he got booted off once, I think yeah, it's streaming pretty smooth right now. But I have a feeling at night when everybody's on YouTube, I don't have enough smoke to run the YouTube now. Whatever they've done, like I've said, the last 3 weeks in a row now, YouTube's been making changes every week. And when I try to go live, there's a whole new way of doing it. I gotta do it different. So where's the protest at? Where do I go to protest so I can get a free computer? I like that idea. I know. So I said I was going to go on before Dave. You know, Shadow. Yeah, I would. And I'm only going to go on for a couple of minutes just to test if I'm dropping packets, if it's streaming smooth. You know, I'm not going to stay on. I just want to jump on. Probably go on about 7:30. Dave's at 9, right? Yeah, 9, 9:30, 10, 10:15, 11, 11:30. Yeah, what's up there, Boozer? And apparently you're not working. That's okay. We won't tell the boss. No, I'm not still on, Jerry. I went back on to test. I reset everything. I found out my Ethernet connection wasn't made for some reason. All I had to do is unplug it from the computer and plug it back in. It said I wasn't on Ethernet last night, so the Wi-Fi was on. So that was a big problem last night with the lag. Was I was on Wi-Fi instead of the Ethernet. But all I did was unplug it from the computer, and it was locked in. Hadn't changed it, hadn't touched it. I had unplugged it, plugged it back in, and then it worked. So that was part of the problem. But YouTube's the problem. YouTube has totally screwed this for me. No, I got to get a computer. Ray, you got to... Nate seems to look up to you, so work on him with the potty mouth. You know, he is a good kid. I like him. So let's see if you can't curve that potty mouth, and tell him we all said so. So it's not just coming from you. You know, tell him you were in a chat with me today, and the consensus was that we like him, but he's got a potty mouth. Maybe that'll help. And it won't make you the bad guy. It'll make all of us the bad guy. But yeah, other than that, he is a good kid. I like him. Best Buy, you can go to Best Buy and complain about YouTube and they'll give me a free laptop? Seriously? Oh, is that what it is, Robert? That YouTube can't handle my greatness? Oh, you are wonderful. Man, I love you, buddy. That's what it is. It's my greatness that's killing me. uh, Charging piles of lipos for tomorrow. Don't you have a generator yet? You gotta get yourself a generator. I'm 98% sure I'm going tomorrow, Wes, but at the slim chance I don't, like because it's raining, if I'm there, you can plug into my generator. You can charge all the batteries you want. So, although they have power there, don't they? I don't know if everybody's allowed to use it, but I'm pretty sure I saw power underneath the awning there. But again, if you need to charge batteries, you can use my generator. Check my phone. I don't have my phone with me, Shadow. What did you send me? Yeah, I meant to go get it, and I didn't go get it. Yeah, my OBS was working perfect until I went live. I had 3 cameras running. I had everything working. It was, I mean, spot on perfect. Everything. CPU usage was only like 40%. But as soon as I hit live, the CPU went up to 98%. And that's where it's hovering right now, 96. So this camera is definitely using a little less CPU than the. This is my original camera that it used to be there. Now it's up there in the rafters. So it's using just a little less. But yeah, 98%, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. So the other camera just stays at 98. This one fluctuates, but very little difference. It's YouTube is what's hammering it. So Joe, so I've got a partial message from you. I missed the first part. Let me see if. So it says. Okay, Shadow. Yeah, so 9 o'clock. Yeah, I won't be on at 9 o'clock. I'll be way off by then. So you said they will even give you money to pay for it. Yeah, got to pay it back, but. So what did that mean, Joseph? Who's going to give me money that I have to pay back? So just to catch you up, Ben, there's an event tomorrow. It's just a fly-in. There's no membership, no fee, right, Wes? They're not charging to go to this thing, right? It's just a fly-in. Tomorrow's RC Fly Day. So it's down in Mulberry. It's about an hour and a half drive, I guess. Nice field, paved runways. Great people. The club's a bunch of nice people. I had a good time there. So I guess they're having a big fly-in tomorrow. So Mary Boozer here is gonna go, and I'm on the fence whether I'm going or not. I want to go, but weather permitting. I'm not going to drive all the way down there to get rained on. I can do that from here. So. Now, Dennis, yeah, I have it figured out. Yeah, it's YouTube. Whatever YouTube's done, all the changes they've been making over the last 3 weeks is what's killing me. My CPU usage is at 40% with all 3 cameras running. With YouTube on, watching a video, my CPU usage is at like 40%. As soon as I go live, as soon as I hit the live button, it goes to 98% and shuts down everything. I mean, everything starts getting real clumsy, cloppy, crappy. I have to turn the other 2 cameras off. That's why we're on this camera right now, because the new camera is using a couple of percent more. As a matter of fact, it's not worth it for right now. Let's go back to the other camera. So hang on a minute. Let let me fix this. We'll go back to the new camera. I gotta turn it back on. Okay. And then we'll transition over to the new camera. And then I gotta turn the old camera off. Okay. So we're probably still okay. Yeah. Now my CPU usage is steady 98%. It won't even, well, it went 97, 98. So yeah, so the new camera's using about 3% more CPU use than the old one. So Best Buy. So all I gotta do is go there and bitch. All right, we'll try it. It's a laptop, Ben. And it's about 7 years old, I think, right around that. So yeah, it's a 7-year-old laptop. I think it's a dual core, but I couldn't swear to it. Yeah, the Michael, but the new camera gets my good side. I have a good side. So yeah, so it's definitely YouTube. The changes YouTube's made has completely screwed me. I'm a crusty old dude. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Don't have a separate video card, Ben. Like I said, it's a laptop. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess. Yeah, right. It's not you. I know. It's just money. Get a better laptop. Oh my God. Thank you, Dennis. That's great advice. You know, considering I'm not working because I got laid off because of the corona crap, and all I'm relying on right now is my unemployment, which is not bad, but it's definitely not. You know, I can't go out and buy top quality equipment. I'm going to buy some bargain basement laptop or desktop, whatever, and probably won't be much better than what I've got now. So that's just my guess. Yeah, I can't take it with me. Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. Sell some old planes. There you go, Dennis. Thanks. Oh, my God. Which planes would you sell, Dennis? Give me a rundown on what planes you'd get rid of. I'm just curious. I like my planes. I don't want to get rid of them. Yeah, at least I have internet available. Yeah, Joseph's exactly right. That's like telling me to sell one of my kids. Yeah, and I don't have any kids. My airplanes are my kids. You know. So, and that's why I don't have kids. Because I don't want to share my kids with my kids. So, the work the street corner. Oh, God, Dennis. I'd have to pay them. That would never work. Put the midgets on the corner. You guys keep getting it wrong. I'm not the midget stripper guy. GB is the midget stripper guy. All that midget stripper crap came from GB. All I said was I used to fly quarter midget pylon racers. Then GB jumped in with the whole, midget strippers. So go on GB's channel and get him to get the midget strippers out, because that wasn't me. He just did that on my show, but GB's in charge of the midget strippers. Yep, Robert, you're exactly right. I'd sell my clothes. I'd sell my furniture. I'd sell a lot of crap. Hell, I'd sell an acre of this property before I'd sell airplanes. So, yeah, that's probably not going to happen. There's a couple airplanes I could get rid of, but not going to make that much of a difference. The most anybody would pay for them is $100. So, no, Roach, I started a new stream this morning, testing the system out, trying to figure out what went wrong. Found a couple of problems, but the big problem is YouTube. YouTube has changed all their back-end stuff, and it's hammering my system. My CPU usage is at 98%, and that's with the other two cameras turned off, and the new camera turned down. And right now we're okay. It's streaming. It's not lagging. It's not dropping any packets. Everything's pretty good right now. But it's the middle of the day and Friday, So what's it going to be like tonight? Like at 8 o'clock tonight? We're going to find out. I'm going to go live for a couple minutes tonight just to test. But my guess is that there'll be so much YouTube usage that I'll be the same problem I had last night. I won't be able to stream like we are now. And, I'll be dropping packets, and it'll be a total cluster. So... Thank you, Mike. Yeah, it's a new camera, and it's working pretty good, but that's not what my problem is. The YouTube has made a bunch of changes in the last 3 weeks, and they've just screwed me. My equipment's just too old to run on YouTube. So I'm going to have to go out and find a laptop or a desktop or something. All right, Robert. Well, you guys have a good time camping. That sounds like fun. Instead of a shorter table, get a new computer. This table's elevated to get it up to here. When I had the airliner box on the table, that box is freaking huge. So yeah, you had to look over the top of the box. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do about that. Just don't put the box on the table. The gray hair looks amazing. Yard sale, yeah. Yep, I'll just sell part of the yard. That'll work. Yeah, I don't have a midget obsession. That's GBLynden. Yeah, you can see the bags under my eyes. Yeah, I know. Joseph, thank you, buddy. New computer fund. That'll help. Yep, that'll help a lot. Yep. So yeah, thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I need. I need some cash flow. Um, right, Randy. There, and that's another thing. You know, I've gone to watch my videos, and it's nothing's. You know, it takes. You know, used to take hours before the chat was working and everything. Now it's taking days, and like you said, like 4 days. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what the hell YouTube's doing, but man, they're really messing shit up. Yep. Well, we're going to plan it and see if it grows, Joseph. Thank you. Yeah, Mike, you doing all right? Sorry to hear about your dad, man. That sucks. How old was your dad, Mike? 90. Wow. Yeah, that's neither one of my parents made it to 90. My mom died at 80, 85. Let me think a minute. Now, she died at 75. And my mom died at 75, and my dad died at 80. I think 85. He was a couple years older than my mom. So, yeah. So, yeah, been there, done that. It sucks. Dennis needs professional help. Really? Oh, that's funny. No, Dave, not still going, but we had some technical difficulties I'm working out to see what the hell was going on. So, so part of the problem was my Ethernet cable. It said it wasn't plugged in. When I booted everything up today and started playing with the camera settings and all that again, I checked my Ethernet cable and it said I was on Wi-Fi. And I'm like, why the hell am I on Wi-Fi? So I grab a hold of the cable and check, and it's locked into the laptop. That's not the problem. And then I'm thinking, oh crap, did a rat eat through my damn Ethernet cable? So for shits and giggles, I unplugged it out of the computer and plugged it back in, and the Ethernet went live instantly as soon as I did that. So why the hell did I have to unplug the cable and plug it back in? I have no idea. Why did it pick last night to decide it didn't want to work anymore? I have no idea. But the big problem is YouTube. So my CPU usage, I had all 3 cameras running. All the settings were working. I had YouTube up and I was watching a stream on YouTube all at the same time. And my CPU usage was like 40%. Then I went live. As soon as I went live, the CPU usage went to 98%. And that's where it's hovering right now. 97, 98. Oh, 96, 97, 96, 97, 96, 97, 96, 97, 98. And it's staying at 98. So that's what's going on. Whatever YouTube's changed has completely screwed me. Now, I have to shut the other 2 cameras. Now, that's what the other 2 cameras shut off. Just this camera. This camera's knocked down from 1080p to 720p. And I could take it down to 480, but it only changes the CPU usage by like 2%. It'll still go up to 98, but it'll hover 95, 96 and go up to 98. Which right now it's 98, and then it'll occasionally drop down. Wow, honey, check 97. Holy crap, good for you, man. That's awesome. So that's been the problem. Last night, anyway. I had 2 problems. My Ethernet cable wasn't working for whatever reason. If I bump the camera to 1080p, it gets all choppy. The camera's... that's when it really shuts things down. I can't run the camera at 1080. Yes, it gets laggy. It gets laggy. I get the circle spinning. I get, and if I drop it down to 480, it only changes the CPU usage by maybe 2%. I figure for 2% it's not worth it right now. Because right now it's midday Friday. We're going to test this again tonight. I'm going to leave everything exactly the way it is, and we're going to go live again tonight for 10 minutes, around 8 o'clock, and see it with everybody home from work and on YouTube, if it'll still stream or if we're going to be like last night. So, yeah, I know, Dave. I need to upgrade the crap top. Yeah, Dennis Farley just gave me some great advice. And I need to sell a bunch of airplanes so I can buy a new laptop. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, that was my great advice from Dennis. Joseph had a much better plan. He gave me $5 in super chat money for seed money, hoping that other people would jump on that bandwagon and give me a little cash. That would help a lot. So, but yeah, but the problem's YouTube. All the changes YouTube's made is completely ruined. How old's your computer, Dave? The one you're streaming with. Is it a desktop? Is it a laptop? And how old is it? Yeah, once the Ethernet cable was plugged back in, yeah. Last night we were streaming on Wi-Fi. I had no idea. Yeah, I didn't know the Wi-Fi was on because the Ethernet cable's plugged in. I checked it. It was locked in. It was in. But it said it was unplugged. So I physically unplugged it and plugged it back in, and then it worked. So I don't know. I don't know why I did that. So 3 or 4 year old desktop. Okay. So I think I'm gonna contact my brother. He might have a computer he could send me. So I'm gonna try that. He's a supercomputer nerd, so maybe he's got an old one he can send me. We'll try that. There's only one computer in the house that's newer than this one, and it's only a couple years newer. It's a laptop, but it came with Windows 10 on it. So, what year did they start running 10? Here, lag test. Let's try this. Type it back. So that was about 11, 12 seconds. So 2015. Okay, so I've got the laptop in the house that's the ex-wife's is 5 years old. That's the newest one we got. This one came with Windows 8. What year did they start running Windows 8? Because that's how old this computer is. I didn't upgrade it to 8. It came with 8. So last year for 7, first year for 8. Squirrel! So, yeah, so I guess I'll look into a desktop. I really didn't want another desktop, but if that's what I got to do, then I'll do it. Whatever I got to do. And if that's what I got to do, then that's what I'll do. Yeah, I know, Ben, but I just figured that if I upgrade this to 10, hell, it doesn't have enough smoke to run 8. So I doubt seriously it's going to have enough smoke to run 10. So 2011. So that makes this laptop 9 to 11, 9 to, I'd say 7 to 9 years old. Yeah. So that's what I figured. So yeah. Hey Ben, when's your albatross coming? You got a shipping you got a shipping date? You know when it's going to be here? Wreck'em Roy, what's up, buddy? Yeah, Mike, if, but I'm pretty certain it ain't gonna work. Oh, so they're gonna deliver it tomorrow? Do you have to be home for the delivery? Yeah, thank you, Scott. Yeah, it's yeah. But like I said, it's Friday afternoon. Nobody's on YouTube right now. You know, I mean us, but so we're gonna go back tonight about 8:30 ish maybe, and for a few minutes, just gonna go online with the exact same setup right now that I have, and see how it's doing tonight. Oh, so we're not going flying tomorrow, or are we going really early? What's your story? What are we doing tomorrow? Or are we going later? You want to wait till you get the new plane and then go? Yeah, what the hell are you doing on YouTube right now, Dustin? Yeah, you're supposed to be working. So, yeah. Yeah, so, anyway. I don't know, Ben. It depends on what you're doing. And now, there's a lot of things in play here. I don't know. If you're going to stay home and wait for your package, then I'll probably go down there early, and then as soon as you text me you're going to the field, I'll leave there and we'll meet at the field. Because it'll take me probably 30 minutes from there to get to the new to my field, and same for you here. So yeah, so I could go down there in the morning and fly if you're going to stay home and wait for your package, and then I'll meet you at our field, tomorrow afternoon. So we can do that. Oh, Roy, don't you just love yard work? I love yard work. Oh, it's my favorite. I just love it. Yeah, what's with the Skippy? Oh, because you keep eating peanut butter. You eat Skippy peanut butter out of the jar. See, I'm a Jif man myself. So, but I eat it out of the jar. Oh, Christ, I probably shouldn't have said that. Now my name's going to be Jif. Jif, the midget stripper guy. Yeah, that'll be my new handle on YouTube now. Jif, the midget stripper guy. All right, so I gotta make y'all laugh. So hang on a second. I gotta turn the camera back on for a second. Hang on a minute. Let's do this. We'll do this. Do that. Do that. And then we gotta do this. All right. So.
Trick or treat, candy is for taking if you dare.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. Love to hear from you. It's good to hear from you, Jeff. Thank you. Yeah, my new cameraman, Jeff. Thank you, guys. Oh, that's funny. And then I gotta shut the camera back off because it just hammers the CPU and then things really start lagging. So I could do a brief, Yeah, here it comes. Here, Jiffy. Yeah, hey, Jiffy. Yeah. Thanks, Rich. Hey, Rich, George, are you coming over to the field tomorrow for the fly-in at Mulberry? Where, you know, they're having a fly-in over there tomorrow. I guess it's free. It's not a... yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, they're just regular strippers for me. Yeah. So everybody's laughing. So I guess you guys like Jeff. So you know, you're welcome. That was all for you guys. I went and I've had that Halloween guy forever, and so I thought I'd bring him out, put a camera on him. So that was my third camera now. So I'm running. I was running 3 cameras, but I have to turn the other 2 off because it can't. YouTube can't handle the CPU usage. No, you're putting a roof on the house. Oh, yeah, I should be doing that as well. Recoating the roof anyway. Yeah, Jiff, the camera guy. Yeah, I could, well, I could put a, yeah, I might do that. I'll change his name to Jiff, and in his little tray, I'll put a jar Jiff on the tray. And that'll be Jiff. Jiff, the camera guy. Yeah, that's a good idea, Marshall. We could do that. Oh, yeah, Jiff the Bang Bus. Oh, yeah, Jiff the Bang Bus driver. There we go. That's perfect. Not Skippy. No, we already have one Skippy. So, yeah, Jeff's a Jiff. Jeff's a Jiff guy. That's funny. Where is Jiff's black couch? Man, I don't know. I don't get the joke there, Dustin. I'll need some explanation. Where's a black couch come into play? Yeah, well, apparently you do too, Air Marshal. Apparently you're all over that bang bus and the salad tossing. You have a diving board in the bedroom. Watch out for that ceiling fan. Oh, the casting couch. Oh, I get it. Oh my God. Who's the pitcher? Who's the catcher? Oh yeah, the only thing we came up with, Ben, I've asked around on that one already. Somebody said that there could have possibly been a resistor in the switch, and maybe the receiver was looking for a specific amount of resistance, voltage drop, whatever, which would make the switch mandatory. That's the only thing we could come up with, is that there's some kind of resistance in the switch that the receiver needs to see. Other than that, we couldn't come up with anything. That was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. But yeah, so that was the only, somebody, I think it might have been Marshall. I'm not sure. Somebody told me that, and that was the only theory that I heard that could even possibly make sense. So, All right, guys, I'm going to end this test. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. I know we had a little fun. Look for me tonight about 8 o'clock. We're going to try this again and see if more people on YouTube has any effect on this, or if it's going to still work. I think part of the problem last night was that my Ethernet cable wasn't plugged in, and we were on Wi-Fi. Yeah, Ben, that's the only thing I'm thinking. Maybe that's what the problem was. That's the only thing we could come up with. So. So, Bravo, here's the problem we had. You know, the switch got pulled off the wires, so he just soldered the wires together. Eliminated the switch, because he didn't want to turn it on and off. So he just soldered the wires together so that it was just on. I never turn my switch off. It's always in the on position. So when I plug up the battery, the switch is already in the on position. I never turn it off. So why wouldn't soldering the wires together do the same thing? It wouldn't work. If he soldered the wires together, it wouldn't work. He put the switch back in line and it worked. So that's the problem we're trying to rack our heads around. Why did that work? You know, why wouldn't it work with the wires just soldered together, but why does it work with the switch? So, love to hear your thoughts on that one, Bravo. So, you know, give me your best shot on that one. No, GB, I don't need any more screen time. I believe me, I have way better things to be doing right now than trying to fix this damn system so that I can stream. But last night was an absolute cluster. So I was trying to figure out what was wrong. So that's why I'm on right now. Just testing it to see why the heck it was crap last night. And we found a few problems, but we haven't figured it out. Other than YouTube is just killing me. No, that's the problem, GB. I was offline. I had all the cameras on. I had everything running. I had YouTube up, and I was watching a video on YouTube. My CPU usage was only at 40%. Okay? As soon as I went live, it went to 98%. So no, I can't test it offline. The problem is online. All the changes YouTube has made is screwing me. Because I didn't change anything. All I did was click go live. And the CPU usage went to 98%. So, you know, everything works perfect offline. You know, if I'm not live, great. All the cameras, OBS is working perfect. Well, I'm not dropping any packets today either. Yesterday I was dropping packets like crazy. But, unlisted? Well, I guess I could have done that, but then I can't get feedback when I'm adjusting the camera quality. You know what it looks like. You know, I need your feedback when I dropped it down to 720 and then down to 480. You know, what's the picture look like? So that's why yeah, I'm smoking my pocket calculator, exactly. YouTube's trying to smoke it anyway, for sure. So the last 3 weeks, every time I go online, it's different. And last night and last week, it wouldn't even let me adjust my my stream quality to ultra low latency, or I don't even have that anymore. You know, I went into management like Ryan suggested. It's not there either. I don't have access to my latency controls anymore like I used to. They keep changing it, and it's definitely taxing my system to the max. Well, Bravo, that might be okay, but we're thinking there might be a resistor in the switch itself. You know, because it was the switch was the non-common denominator. You know, the two wires coming out of the switch, if you solder them together, it doesn't work. If you take the two wires and put them back on the switch and turn the switch on, it does work. So, you know, is there a resistor in the switch? That's what we're trying to figure out. Because it didn't make any sense to us that it would work with the switch in the system and not without. You know, if you just solder the wires together, that switch on. I mean, you know, and it didn't work. So yeah. If you come up with anything, let me know. We're curious. I mean, it's working fine. He put the switch back on and everything's fine, but I still understand why it didn't work with the wires just soldered together. That doesn't make any sense to me. But if it's require, you know, if it's looking for a certain resistance, then maybe. I don't know. Yeah, wax on, wax off. Yep. Yeah, that's what we thought, Keith. You know, it should not be. And that's how we felt about it. So soldering the wires together should have worked. It would not power up. No power to the receiver at all with the wires soldered together. Put the switch back on it, turn the switch on, works perfect. So go figure. I have no idea why that worked, though, you know, but that's what it took. Yeah, he accidentally pulled the switch off the wires, so he just soldered the wires together. Who needs a switch? Well, apparently you need the switch, because it wouldn't work. So he put the switch back in the circuit, and it works. So, alright, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. We'll see you again tonight for a quick test, and then I'll see you all in Dave's show, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, with our one and only Shadow Op at the helm. So, we'll see you guys tonight. I'm going to shut this down. All right, Bravo. Let me know what you find. Oh, it happened in shipping. Oh, okay. I thought you accidentally pulled it out when you were doing the install or whatever. Oh, well, that's weird. How did? Because that switch is mounted in the plane. Was it just flopping around inside the plane? Yeah, I've bypassed switches before too, but just not on that airplane. You know, I don't need a switch. You know, so. FARMERMAN this afternoon. What time's FARMERMAN come on? 7:30, right? See you later, Keith. Oh, okay. So the ESC came loose and it yanked the wires out of the switch. Ah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I could see that happening. Yeah, I'll just go on before FARMERMAN I'm only going to go on for a couple of minutes. I just want to fire this up and see if it works and see if it's lagging, and then I'm off. I just want to see with more people on YouTube, because tonight there'll be a lot of people on YouTube, if it has any effect on what's going on right now, because right now it's working perfect. So, but like I said, the CPU is getting hammered. 98, 99, 98, 99, 99, yeah, my CPU is just getting hammered, and it's all because of YouTube. When I shut YouTube down, that's going to go to 40%. So, when I shut the live stream down, I can use YouTube and watch. No problem. It's when I do the live stream is when it's hammering it. So, use lube. Okay, that's good advice. Avoid the clap. Jimmy Dukin. if you feel up to testing it, Bravo, unhook your wires from the switch and just solder them together and see if yours works. If you're feeling froggy and want to do a little test here, try that and see what it says. Because, you know, according to Ben, you know, the wires were soldered together and he nothing. You know, as soon as he put the switch back in the setup, it worked. So I don't know. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys tonight, either on my stream for a few minutes or in Dave's stream tonight. So, or FARMERMAN, for that matter. So, we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for the help. Appreciate it. I'm out of here.